What's the deal? Welcome back, everybody. This is a Dirty Three. I'm Brian,
I'm Joe.
and our third guy got kidnapped by a cult, and he can't be here today. So,
I know the cult too.
yeah, they try to give out pamphlets in the mall, and I had to walk right by the guy, and I was like, "Man, what are you doing?" And he got engaged in the conversation.
I know the cult.
It's like when Scientology started coming around. They're like, "Hey, let's chit chat," and they're like, "Want to put your feet here and hold these things?" And I'm like, "I don't want to do any of this shit."
You know, those things happen to people every day. You know, there are cults out there. You have to be careful, folks.
It's crazy.
You know,
Whatever you do,
manipulators.
Whatever you do, if you're gonna join a cult, join the Dirty Three. Everybody, come on now.
Come on now, you know it.
Come
We're
on
looking
now.
to be a cult
Join
classic.
the Dirty Three.
We're looking to be a cult classic.
Like, share, and subscribe, you mother.
We're cultish. We want you in our cult.
No. No.
No, we're not. But we would love our fans to be.
No.
No? He's like, no. That's awesome.
All right, everybody. So, how was your week? My week was good. I had a weird week this week, right? I'm back on this big job that I've been on before or whatever. And
You're good at big jobs.
All right. And they're super, like, crazy about security. Not security, but, like, safety shit there. I'm not going to say
like
where.
OSHA?
Well, everything we do has to be like regulated by OSHA because we're in.
Obviously,
I'm in construction in a sense, but I'm not going to say what I do. But
yeah.
Anyway, they take safety in this building crazy. So you always have to have all this shit on. Like it's so bad that even have to wear long sleeve shirts
Really?
in the building.
Oh.
And granted, I mean the weather hasn't been the best.
Well,
Because it's June, I'm just saying, like it hasn't been 90 degrees every day. So going outside to take break and like leave the job in general at noon or whatever, 1 o'clock when we go, it's not like 90 degrees yet. Because you know how the peak heat and shit at noon is like really bad and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been that bad yet. But the safety shit, we have to wear. Not that we're in construction, we have to wear the hard hat all day long. It is
On
what
a
it is.
union job, you will.
It's hot in the building, also because it's like a brand new room.
Yeah, yeah. There's no
But
AC
anyway,
on
so
yet,
we had
right?
to do the safety meeting this week, which just takes like forever, and it was so ridiculous because the guy who makes the safety video is hilarious.
Oh, they
Because
always are.
it was so poorly done.
It's the corniest thing.
So
in the
it
world.
was like how you've ever seen like Jesus, I'm talking about my hands big time.
I watch these videos
You ever
every
see
fucking week.
hold on? You ever see like a slide of shit where they're like showing you clips of like safety shit? I'm sure you have to do it at your job, right? You have to see like
I do.
slides of safety and bullshit.
Yeah,
Like this is the
tons
new
of it.
thing.
And they test me on it.
But dude, so the guy every time he would do the video, he would talk in the mic really loud. Every single window, like every slide, it would be, "Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta keep it safety,
So
and safety is very important." But he would do it every slide was him talking into the mic and then backing off the mic.
So he didn't understand how to talk into a microphone.
Oh, it was really funny. So I was like chuckling at it kind of in the room, and I was like, this is so fucking poorly done.
I hate those things. I take a lot of them. I do. We do a lot of them.
I also went to preface it my week because, whatever.
Oh, wait a minute. We do have some really big news, and this is awesome. Little Brian is in the championship game.
Oh, yeah, he's in the championships for Little League.
The Little League Baseball.
Shout out to that.
And when's the game?
I don't know. I don't want to tell the people.
We don't want to tell the people. He ain't stalking his kid.
They might show up. They be creepy motherfuckers in the
Yeah,
crowd.
because we got all those stalkers. Remember the cult stuff?
Yeah, there's weirdos. There's weirdos lingering around, man. You don't want to say too much shit.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
I get
weirdos
it.
in the neighborhood.
We want to have our
But
private
yeah,
life.
it's funny because you know how like the Little League works. My daughter won a game with the same team jersey. Because you know how the teams they switch the jerseys and shit, and it's like the little kid Tigers and the little kid this and the little kid's that. But it would be cool if like my kid won the championship with the same team my daughter won a championship with.
Yeah.
I thought that would be tight.
That's cool. I love that. It's cool to win a championship, and it's cool to play in the championship. I wish both teams luck because you know what? It's hard to get there. It's hard to win. It's hard to do that. And both teams put in a lot of hard work, and the coaches as well. And I wish both teams luck, and it's just something that's going to be special. You remember those things. I remember all the stuff I was in when I was a kid.
It's going to be so cunty, man. Excuse my language. But it's going to be
All right,
very...
I'll edit that out.
No, leave it in there, because fuck all these people, but no.
Sorry,
it's going to be a lot of egos on the line because these friggin' people, they don't know how to put it past the fact that they're coaching children and playing baseball. Yeah. There's so much ego into these coaches and the parents yelling and screaming about the thing, and I'm guilty of
it. Parents are the worst.
I'm guilty of it, but I'm not that guilty of it because I'm not that.
Some people are extreme.
I don't get obsessed enough with it, which I should and I could because I could get crazy.
Yeah, because some people do, and you're looking at it.
I don't get crazy because I know how crazy I can get, I feel like, and I just kind of refuse to get there. And there's like certain people, like once I start hearing like the chatter amongst like the families and the parents in the crowd, I just walk away from these people because half these, they're all nuts. Anyway, I don't want to, because these people might see me one day and I really don't give a shit.
But it's something. It's for the kids. It's very important to them. They're going to remember it forever.
But these people, the parents, they take it
but
so
the parents
fucking
sometimes
serious.
ruin this stuff
because half of these parents, they were never athletes in their day, or they think they were washed up athletes, and they're like the dads are bad sometimes, but the
moms can be the worst. Man.
They're brutal sometimes. There's some of the moms, dude, that you would want to run from as soon as they start with the bullshit, and you're like, I can't even be around.
I've always run from moms.
But even it gets crazy though. It gets crazy.
No, I mean, parents can get crazy at sporting events. I mean, adults get crazy at sporting events. Look at the looting and rioting we do when the team wins.
No, I know, it's nuts. Especially
we're watching Edmonton and Florida right now. The series is 2-2. One of these cities is going to get ransacked just because it won the fucking Stanley Cup.
Florida won't. They don't care enough.
No, Florida's different. Maybe Florida
won't. They don't care
won't.
enough. The only thing they care about is fucking Florida.
Because there's a lot of gators and shit you want to fuck around.
Yeah, you got to fuck around with the dinosaurs and shit down there. They don't care about the...
Edmonton will absolutely get ransacked, though.
I mean, do they riot down there for that? I mean, they would riot for, like...
Yeah, they have.
They would riot for, like, Florida State winning a championship. Or not, like, riot, but they would, like, party and go crazy. I don't call it rioting. I call it partying and going crazy, but some people might...
They are going to flood the street a little bit.
If FSU wins...
Or even if Florida wins, the hockey team, if they win, there's going to be people pouring out in the street from the game.
Hey, if you're in Florida and you actually literally love hockey and you're from Florida, not some guy that lives up in the east.
There's nobody from
the
Florida.
Northeast, right? Some guy that lives in our neck of the woods that moved down there and is like, yeah, man, I love hockey. You got to be from Florida and really love the game. Not some guy that moved there.
They're all transplants.
Check in with me right now.
Yo, snowbirds.
Check in with me right now. All right? Tap in.
I'm a future snowbird, bro. I'm coming down there with you. I got a couple of years.
All right. I wasn't fully finished with my week, so whatever the job that type of shit. It is what it is in my field. So, I also found myself this week going to a random wake.
A wake?
A full on, not a wake, but it was like the ceremony after the wake where they do what is it, a eulogy or whatever?
The service.
So it was a buddy of mine's dad passed away. Or a buddy of my friend's friend, but I know the guy too.
Of a friend's
but
friend.
I mean, he's not like a whatever. But so
he passed away. Right. Condolences.
Condolences to the guy. He was a very respected guy. I could see the way the people in the crowd were, but it was just so awkward for me because one, I'm getting right out of work. We banged out of not banged out of work, but we left work early because we're like an hour away in Marlboro.
And you're dressed for work.
And I was in a full-on long-sleeve orange shirt.
But
bright fucking orange in a church.
Your presence is all that matters.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it was just the gnarliest thing where everyone at 11 o'clock was dressed in suits and shit. Like all the guys and the women were dressed down for funeral, whatever.
Oh.
And my buddy that we went with, because it was his friend, family friend, whatever, he had hindsight enough to remember that he was going here, and he wore a long sleeve shirt for work, but it was black. Because there was company shirts that they had before for us that were like black that they put out years ago. I just don't have them because I didn't work for the company fucking 10 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
So he had one. He's like, I just brought it. And he had black on, so it still made sense.
So
I'm there like an asshole with all bright-ass orange on. So after everyone leaves the room, I'm the idiot in the very back row with the orange-ass shirt on that everyone's wearing.
Like a fucking pumpkin.
Right. It was just funny, right? And I didn't know. I knew a couple people there. Because, again, it's a friend of a friend.
Those things are uncomfortable anyway.
I mean, and I don't really like to go to them neither. And it was weird to kind of do it for someone that I didn't really know like that. But it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. Again, I respect the guy. And shit, I hope when I die that there's some random people in my fucking funeral, too. I mean, hell. I told Crystal when I die, just burn me up and just fucking toss me. I don't care.
I die. Just fucking sit there and fucking have a party around a urn or whatever the fuck it's called that you burnt me in, and fucking have a couple of drinks. Just fucking relax.
Try to bring me back with like necromancy if you can. That's what I want to sell them all, but they won't do it.
You know, burn
I'll
me
be
up.
all zombied up. I don't care.
Throw
Bring
me
me
on
back.
the ice.
Yeah, I'm the type of guy. I'm so fucking insane, and I hate to put this out there, but it's true that I would want to live forever, just to see everything. I see it all happen. I want to see it, and I hate that I didn't get
to live in forever.
I didn't get to see it when it was cool and fun back in the day, when there was conquerors and fucking lords and all the crazy shit that was going on back before everything got modernized and.
You know what people are going to say about how crazy these
No, they're going to say I'm
were.
a fucking lunatic, or
I'm a in the last 30 years, the
shit.
shit that's been invented, the guys fucking 30, 40 years from now are going to be like, how the fuck did they get they're going to be like, whoa, what the fuck? Or maybe even hundreds of years away. They're going to be like, how did they live like that or whatever? I mean, there's already people talking about the 80s, how we lived without a fucking phone in our hand.
Of course.
And, you know, how'd you get around? How'd you drive?
I might be younger. To preface it, we don't need to talk about our ages and shit, but I mean, I still grew up in the generation that didn't have cell phones and didn't have the internet all the time. Sure, we had, like, Nintendo.
I remember the invention
and
of the
Sega.
beeper.
Like, we had Sega, Nintendo when I was a kid, Game Boy and shit. Handheld Sega, the Sega Genesis shit, then the handheld one. I forget what it was called. But not handhelds.
You ever have to go up to the TV and change the channel?
Hell yeah. Bro, when I was like, 15? Any one of my friends can for sure vouch for me and qualify this for me. I think when I was like 15, 16 years old, I had one of those old big like wooden box TVs.
Oh, yeah, that's what I had.
2006, bro. I'm talking about
Floor model, they called
2006.
them.
I had that in 2006. There was times where that thing was like haunted, bro. That thing would turn on overnight.
Yeah, they did.
They would turn on and just the volume would just start raising it on straight static.
It's weird because it's done by static.
It was my video game TV.
On.
It was my video game TV because I could put the port in the thingy and it would work fine. It was like my Nintendo 64 TV. I would play Nintendo 64 and they were my friends when they were over. And it was just this big monstrosity that just held a lot of shit because it was huge.
And you know what the worst part of those TVs is?
It was heavy.
Moving them.
It was heavy as fuck. That thing was like 200 pounds, 300 pounds for sure, dude.
Just a straight up beast. I mean, it broke backs.
Man, dude.
It broke more backs than
It's
anything.
brutal, and there's nothing to grab neither because the edges of it, where the wood
God.
is, you can barely fit your fingers in there.
And the fucking thing wouldn't even come with wheels.
No,
I mean,
hell no.
Come on, man. Give me some
You gotta
fucking wheels.
see. The thing is, if you're moving it, you gotta get it on a dolly, some sort of four-wheel dolly, really fast.
If you
but
try
that's
to
the thing is,
drag
if you don't have it, no, you're gonna destroy the floor.
If you drag it, you're wrecking your
It's
floor.
over. It's
you're
over.
tearing up your floor.
And then if you're renting, it's over. Your landlord's gonna smoke your ass.
over.
It's over. He's gonna
And
kill
the funny thing is, the picture tube actually was not that big. It's the fucking whole floor model, fucking real
It's
wood.
the wood bullshit and the shit that's inside. Because whatever they used to make TVs out of is insane.
Because the tube was just a tube, and all the wiring was in the back, and it just took up all that space. It was the heaviest thing. But you don't like this TV here. I got a fucking 40 fucking something inch. It weighs fucking a pound.
Yeah, it's not heavy. They're not heavy at all. It's
know?
it's crazy how practical shit is like that now. Like remember those like big 90s widescreen TVs, the big flat screens?
Yeah.
How heavy were those fucking
Those were
things?
fucking heavy as shit.
Crazy, dude.
And you're like, now you got a 75-inch TV that weighs probably 10 pounds. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's paper fucking thin. Because back then when they had those TVs you're talking about, they were thicker than what they are now. They were still flat screens, but they were thick.
A foot wide?
Yeah. And it was all components, and it was heavy.
Crazy. Those wooden TVs, bro, they were for sure. They were 4 by fucking 3s, 5.
Yeah.
Oh,
they were fucking heavy.
They were monsters, dude. I hated that TV, man. But it was the only one that I could get. I was poor. I was a kid. It was either that or nothing. And I think on my one of my birthdays, I was like literally telling my family, I was like, look, everyone just pool in and buy me a TV. And it was still like a regular box TV because it was before flat screens really hit, like later in the 2000s.
Yeah.
It was like 2007 or 8 or some shit like that. But it was still like, but not that, whatever. At least I had a TV. Who cares? But it was just wild.
And the price of them was fucking through the roof.
TVs were expensive then, yeah. A $300 piece of shit.
Yeah.
Cube TV.
23 fucking 30-inch fucking $300.
Dog shit.
Now you can get a nice TV.
You can get a beautiful television for $200, $300.
Yeah,
and
easy.
It's crazy.
I'm telling you, I mean, it's just a world of difference.
Technology's caught up in at least in that aspect. I mean, tremendously.
Yeah, because you can get a beautiful TV. Now you can still spend thousands on a TV. They still have
if you
that
want
shit.
Like
if you want to,
seriously high end TV.
And you got some amazing shit. It's great, but you can get 200-300. You can get 50-inch fucking TV. That's very fucking nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, to preface it, also what we're doing here, and I keep hating to say this word preface it because I don't even know if I really know what it means, but. But we're watching the NHL Finals here. Florida against Edmonton.
It's 0-0
and
in
it's
the first.
0-0 in the first, and it's going down though because these guys are playing hard, man. It's no joke.
No, this is good hockey, and
we'll keep you updated. We're going to keep you updated through the episode. Granted, we're not live, but whatever. You could watch this episode and then think back on it in the future when we're like, oh man, these guys started here when the fucking NHL Stanley Cup is going on. Oh shit!
Next week when you hear it from us. It'll be the second time, probably.
Because we're gonna have sports to talk about, and this is what sport. I don't watch baseball, and I know he doesn't watch baseball, but we live in a town that infamously loves baseball. To me, baseball is gone. I'm done. I've given up on baseball. I hate to say it. I'll watch it and be like, cool, yeah. But I just don't care about baseball no more, man.
The season's too long. I mean,
I just don't care about the players. There's no it's not fun for me no more. Like there's no. I mean, they don't really. I don't know. I don't know what it is about baseball where I lost total interest in it. I used to care. I give baseball this. I love watching the pitchers do their thing. Other than that, I don't give a shit.
I'm going to give something
about
to baseball.
The game in its entirety at all. I love the work of what the pitchers are doing.
It's a hard sport. It's hard. I'm not. A lot of people give you guys shit and say you're not athletes or this and that. No. It's a hard sport to do.
Just my opinion. Of course, baseball's a lovely game. The art of the swing and the art of these guys throwing from fucking deep center field in the home. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on. I get it. But for me, man, and I give, again, the baseball respect in the art form of pitching. I respect those dudes. I mean, crazy, man.
Yeah, I respect the athlete, no doubt. But it's boring. I mean, when I go to a live game, and I love live games.
I think it's a steroid thing. Is that what happened? It got into steroids, and these guys are still kind of juicing.
Yeah, they juice the balls so they get all the home runs.
They're legally still doing it though, but they just don't talk about it.
They juice the balls and the players.
Look at what the Yankees are doing with the bats this year.
Yeah, I saw that. That's so weird.
Isn't that crazy? And would you put it past them to do that type of shit?
And they're first in the division, right? I believe they are.
I don't think they're that good. Are they that
good?
And
I'm like, check those bats that they made. They're weird.
No, I think the Yankees are trash, right? Aren't they not that...
All right, let's take a look at the Yankees.
Take a look at the standings there. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, you can look this up and tell me I'm wrong. Again, we don't watch baseball. Shame on me and him for really speaking on it, but...
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have, but...
It is what it is. It's sports and run. And guess what? When football season rolls around, you guys are going to hear some wildness.
We already opened Pandora's box, so let's see what we got.
It's going to be wildness, because guess what? Everyone I know is damn near a Patriots fan, and I'm not. Anyone that knows me and the people that know me know your boy's a Broncos fan over here.
The Yankees are 42-26. They're first in the AL East.
All right, but what about the AL in general?
They're playing the Red Sox tonight. It's 2-0 Red Sox. That's an update for you. We don't watch baseball.
Hello. That's an update for your ass right now. Put that on file, motherfucker.
But the Yankees are 42-26. They're first in the AL East, and it may be because of those fucking bats. What is that supposed to do?
Well, it's saying that they're shaping
to hit the inside ball, the inside pitch.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
That's what it's supposed to do, right?
I don't know.
Because you back out and you swing, and usually you hit it with the tip of your bat, and they changed the... They've changed the barrel of the bat.
Yep.
Am I correct?
Yep. No, yeah, something like that. And I didn't really read too much on it because I was like, wow, the Yankees are doing shady shit again.
And it's supposed to be legal.
Well, yeah, all right. Maybe it's not shady in the sense. Then maybe it's just fucking
like
weird. All right, it's something that the Patriots used to do in a way that they used to manipulate the rules.
But
right?
Inflation
to their own
of the footballs?
Not even that. I mean, other teams were doing that, right? Because
everybody did that.
They called Aaron Rodgers out for overinflating them, which was weird.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's manipulation of the ball, just like there's manipulation of the bat.
Think about this. I mean, it's just like any pitcher that's ever used the grease to throw or the pine tar shit or whatever. or any football player that's used fucking
or even a little spit, bro. Even a little spit.
Any advantage, man. Any team will take the advantage, and eventually, if it's legal enough, I'm sure all the other teams will start fucking doing it too.
I'm surprised somebody hasn't fucking jizzed in their hand to throw the ball.
You don't. They might have.
Yeah, they might have.
But I don't know if it will like last long after it leaves like the tube. I mean, it's like instant crust. I mean, why would you want crust on your glove?
But I mean, you know, I saw a thing with what's his name there? He's the big advocate of it, Jose Canseco.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'd be in the Hall of Fame, but I ain't got the name. I should get it. You let other steroid users get in, but you're blackballing me. You know? He's got a point. Yeah, we were letting in a lot of steroid users, and just because he was open about it.
Yeah, he was juiced out of his mind, though.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, and he was great. I don't know if you watched Jose Canseco.
No, I was a kid when he was around him and Carl Everett. Yeah. I remember all that shit.
So
because he was on the Red Sox for a hot second, right?
Really, yeah. I mean, I think he came around because at the end of his career,
Sox for like a little
he was in Oakland Athletic.
Yeah, throughout like the beginning in like the 80s or whatever.
That's where he did most of his steroids.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in the 90s when I was like a kid.
No, even in the 90s, I think his play, he wasn't was he an 80s guy?
Or was he on the Yankees?
No, he was on the Athletics. And then you had the other kid there.
Mark McGuire was juiced out of his tits
on that team, and supposedly Jose got him into the steroids, whatever. I don't know.
And then you had Barry Bonds out there that fucking his head.
Barry Bonds is the biggest juicer of all time.
His head grew 3 sizes. Talking about him right now, it grew.
And Roger Clemens blamed his wife.
And was off the juice. I mean, all these guys are fun. I'm sure all these guys are off the juice, but those guys
they were all on the juice.
Those guys are so naturally just ready to
MLB
get jacked.
didn't test for it. Major League Baseball didn't test for it, so they weren't doing anything wrong.
No, of course.
Once they started testing for it, then now you got a different situation.
Yeah.
But at first they weren't testing for it. Like Big Papi tested positive for it, but it's not a conviction against you. But they're all doing it. I mean, come on. It's a cheat. It's a good thing. You can get it done.
I wish they would just let all
especially
the
older players.
I wish they would just let all the athletes get juiced out of their mind and just go crazy. But the problem is you can't, because I understand you want to be safe and shit. And that's cool, but at the end of the day, there should be a league or some kind of thing where you're just allowed to get juiced out of your mind, but like healthy juiced. Don't get unhealthy juice. Get because I mean,
nowadays you got all types of shit.
Listen, it's all clean. There's shit that's out there that's clean, man. Because testosterone, they put it in men over 40, over 50, over 60. They put testosterone in the men. Let the guys that are like 30.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get it up.
I mean, that's you. I don't know nothing about that. I have
right,
no
the
problems.
Testosterone level goes down.
I don't suffer from ED.
I have erectile dysfunction.
Listen, I'm hard right now, for the record.
I hope you're not.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dirty Three.
Talking about the MLB.
And I'm pitching a tent. It's still 0-0 halfway through the first. There's nothing going on here. You know, it's still going.
You know, I want to keep this sports talk going.
Someone got hurt. If you're a Oilers fan,
I want to keep the sports talk going, and I might have to get it back on my phone because I think I got rid of it because I'm stupid.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm a wicked idiot, but I think it's only fair, right?
Are we gonna bring it up already?
What's up?
What? Are we gonna bring it up already?
What do you think?
You have to segue into it. I feel like.
Well, let's wait. Let's wait a little bit.
Maybe just segue into it and be like, "Hey, we did this last time."
All right, we can wait.
And now this time we're talking about my team.
Oh, that's fine. All right.
Well, you got to segue. We can't just bring it up.
Well, we're on sports. We're rolling here on sports.
That's all. This is a sports-heavy episode. Unfortunately, for the people who don't like sports and they don't like us, that's going to be an awkward experience for you.
I can't.
But if you like sports and you like us, and if you want to hear his stories about his male stripper days, he can for sure tell one.
Send it to Joey at poledancing.com.
Damn, I'm looking buff, huh? How do you like that?
Oh.
I'm just joking.
All right, so we're watching this hockey game.
Yeah, we're watching this hockey game. I promise. That's what's on the TV.
We're
actually getting really good light from it, too, and even though it's a little shaky, but
it
lights up the room really nice.
Yeah, I know. But we're just sports guys, and we watch it on TV. We put it on, we're going to watch it, and you're going to catch us doing this a few times throughout the night. I think you've caught us on the last one.
I lied about that sign, by the way. Next time we'll have that sign for sure.
We're trying to be professional, ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead, I'm sorry, because I did totally remember we talked about bringing the sign in.
Oh.
But they may or may not know that, you know.
You know what I want to talk about, Brian?
We're not live, just so everyone knows. We're recording. One day we will go live. We need enough people to follow us on YouTube.
We will.
Because once we get people following us on YouTube, that's when we'll start going live. And I might
We
comment,
barely edit.
send me a comment and tell me this. I'll go live every day on Instagram and do my commute to work and do my commute home from work every single fucking day. If that's what the people want to do, I'll do that, and I'll sing music to you every day. You have 45 minutes or 30 minutes of that every day. That's an hour of me a day
And
outside of this. So if that's
need
what you
more.
people, I'll do it. I'll
I
do
need
it on
more.
TikTok. I might just go live and just start doing that shit.
I need more you, and you need more
I
me.
get a beautiful singing voice. With the songs I like in rap, I can rap the raps.
Don't edit.
I don't say
We
the
don't
N-word,
edit.
so I'll be able to skate through it.
Everything you see, we don't edit. We want you to see what we're doing, and we're not editing. Us going live, we're live every time we put this out. There's no editing. I may have to take out a few words or something, but generally there's no editing. We don't edit it. I've spilled a drink on this show. We've sat there and gone to the bathroom on this show. Not literally in front of the camera. We just went to the
peed
bathroom.
right on the camera, but you just didn't see it.
We not
do very loose editing, but we don't edit much.
We're
we just
not
edit,
editing.
We edit the sniffles and the friggin' coughing and the stupid sound effects that people don't want to hear. That's the only shit we edit.
The bad, and the ugly.
But we really don't edit much.
We don't edit. You get the dirty three.
Only thing that we edit out is the fact that I was pitching a tent, and I swear it's it's pitched, but it's edited out of the frame. That's a callback, you motherfuckers.
And that's,
I'm just kidding. I'm totally flaccid right now.
If everybody thinks that, you guys edit the fuck out of this to make yourselves look better, you haven't seen nothing, because we don't edit nothing. We put all our mistakes on camera.
Are you going to clip Brian's flaccid penis?
Is it, there's a clip?
May or may not be hard? Is that the question?
If that's the clip, oh my God. I'm going to write right down flaccid penis.
Brian, is he hard or not? Question mark.
Brian talks about his flaccid penis.
Oh my God.
Is that the right word?
Ladies and gentlemen, flaccid is the right word.
Or is it a limp biscuit?
Oh, Marshawn with another goal. Shout out to Marshawn. We in this motherfucker. Listen, I hate Florida golf.
But I hate Florida
hockey.
too, but I love Marshawn.
And I just, you know what?
Respect. It's 1-0
Respecting
Florida.
Canadians, but I just don't ever want Canada to ever win a Stanley Cup.
Right off the face-off, what a move. Look at this. Whoop. Wow.
I love you. I love a lot of these things you people do. I love Canada. I don't.
He fucking sniped it.
I'm just kidding. I like Canada.
Nice goal, Marshawn.
But it's a fun thing where Canada hasn't won a Stanley Cup in a long time, so it's like a cool game.
Whoa,
I think Canada needs to make their own hockey league.
They did it at first. It was called the NHL. It was all Canadian teams.
Well, why don't they try
now we expanded it to the American teams.
I mean, they have like other See, that's weird that they've. I mean,
they have their own hockey leagues in
semi-pro
Canada.
hockey leagues for sure, but I mean, okay.
It initially started up in Canada, and I forget what they did. It wasn't pro. It was just weird. It was all different hockey leagues, and they did play for a Stanley Cup.
Hey,
but then they made the NHL, and they put that all into it.
Well, they made all the best players.
If you look at the history of it, which I have, and you can see, because Canada hockey started up there.
Yeah, for sure, of course.
Yeah. I mean, you're made of ice.
Yeah.
So you need skates.
You got to do something.
And sooner or later, the sticks came around.
They were doing something with it. I don't even wonder what they're smacking the thing with.
What do you think of this ice? All this ice. I need to skate a boat.
Hey, I can't hit my boner off this fucking thing anymore. So can
I'm
we
going to hit you with my stick, eh?
Hey,
let's tell this ice a boat.
It's a boot all bruised up.
We love the Canadians. We've already did an episode on you.
Listen,
we're talking about Florida.
Trailer Park Boys is one of my all-time favorite shows. I love Trailer Park Boys, okay? I was so sad when, I can't say I love them that much because I didn't move with them when they left Netflix. So I can't say that I love them that much. Because I do. I really do. But I wasn't going to pay for their subscription because they got scorned by Netflix. They should have figured that out and kept the shit clean. But they were like doing stupid shit kind of that got them kind of taken off. I wouldn't say taken off of Netflix, but there was a reason why I would assume that they didn't want to. Because Netflix probably tried to lowball them. And they're like, we're way better than that. But at the end of the day, they ended up probably suffering from that because they're not doing what they were doing before.
Look, everybody's got to stand by their own personal opinions and convictions, and if you don't think something's right, something's not right. It doesn't matter what everybody else thinks.
I mean, I don't know the behind-the-scenes shit.
And we don't. You don't know what's going on. And,
just my perspective.
But if you stand by your guns, you stand by your guns. I mean, your convictions are your convictions.
I feel like they. I mean, I don't know if they lost. Because they were able to still put out movies through Netflix and small other things that had nothing to do with the actual Trailer Park Boys show. Like, they did a Trailer Park Boys season where they came to America. And because they're all Canadian, obviously. The show's based in Nova Scotia. And they came
it's funny as shit.
Oh, they're amazing, dude.
They're fucking funny as shit.
Dude, if you watch the whole show, the guy Bubbles, Mike Smith, is one of the funniest guys, man.
That shit they...
James, the guy Jim Leahy, who's on the show, who's the actor, John Dunsworth, excuse me. I know. John Dunsworth. That guy's an actor on that show, does a master class job as an actor. If you watch just the guy who's a trailer park supervisor, the old drunk guy, the guy's fucking amazing at playing a drunk. The guy plays a drunk dude who looks like he's hammered all the time. And he plays as he's stumbling around and he's slurring his words and it's all perfect, but the guy's drinking Pepsi.
Now, let me ask you a question. Is there any possibility that they did get him liquored up?
I'm sure there's times early in like certain episodes where they'll like have a beer. But the guy was also 60 years old in the show, 56. He's old. He's an old man.
The guy in Jaws, they let him get lit, Brian Shaw.
Oh, the guy. Okay,
yeah, they let him get drunk for that character.
Greatest movie speech because he was an alcoholic. Time. That speech in that movie is so fucking good,
and he did it hammered out of his mind.
I could tear up watching that speech. I love a good speech.
That's a good speech.
And can I bring a story back that I was talking about earlier, and I didn't really get to get through it all the way, because I did segue away from it on my own by accident.
Go ahead.
I told you I went to the wake thing, the funeral thing this week, right? So I'm in there, and I'm not like a church guy, right? And we're not going to bring up too much shit about church, but you used to be like a church guy a little bit.
No religion, no politics, continue.
Right, but my only question is when they look into hiring these guys that give these sermons, is it an obligation that you have to be able to sing very beautifully?
I don't know.
Because half these guys, if they're on the microphone, because you know how they're giving the speech throughout the mic, and they do the song, "Oh, Jesus," and they do the whole thing. I've never heard one of those guys sing bad.
No, because
is it them or is it pre-recorded?
Recruited. The church brings choir people.
So you have to have a beautiful voice.
You do.
That's crazy.
They're not asking, like, schmucks. They're not asking me to sing in the choir.
You could probably do it if you took your time and learned how to do it. You have a deep voice. You could do it. Oh, Father, Holy Ghost.
Chewbacca is your father.
But I was confused because, I mean, the guy was singing, like, really good. Yeah, and I was like, am I in love with this guy?
They pick out people, and people try out.
I wasn't in love with them.
Some of them they probably teach, because that choir stuff is very hard, because it's not a lot of background music. It's really your voice is standing out.
They have to have the piano, and the piano guy has to be on point, or the organ, or whatever they do. No, the music was pre-recorded, because I didn't see any pianos in the thing, but I wasn't looking too much, because I was in the way back. But I was sitting there thinking, and the whole time, and I didn't know these people that well at all, really, to really be honest. I didn't really know them at all. But
our God is an awesome God. We pray for an awesome God.
I could not get past the fact that the guy was laying down the speech and the sermon, doing what he's doing, but every time they were singing, the guy was killing it.
And they're very,
he was killing it, dude. And I'm like, is this guy's pre-recording this shit, and he's just kind of mouthing it in the background? Because if he was, then screw that guy. Okay?
And it's emotional stuff when you hear that.
I mean, it is because it's they're talking about the afterlife, and God's taking his children back, and I don't, whatever. Again, we don't, whatever. My beliefs are different than everyone's beliefs, and everyone's beliefs are different than my beliefs.
No, and I never make fun of that. The music is special.
It gets deep. It cuts deep, and it's dark.
It reaches you.
Because there's a lot of those stories that are dark, but we'll move on, and we'll talk about other things now. But I wanted to personally know if they want...
I appreciate that.
I always wanted to know, like, in a job description, like, if obviously you have to go through, like, the schooling of being, like, a teacher of the Lord, I would assume, right? But if you can't sing, are you automatically not allowed to be like the head guy?
No, they're so nice they'll let you be in there, but they'll lower your
if
mic.
You're like,
they'll lower your mic.
You know, I don't really know a lot of the God songs or whatever.
They don't want to. They don't want to exclude you. They want
to
encourage you.
Ghost.
And because if you feel like God's given you this blessing for you to
maybe
sing,
God just makes them sing better in church.
they're not going to want to they don't want to not encourage it. They want to encourage it. So if anything, they probably shut off her mic. You don't even hear her talking.
It's probably pre-record it and play it, right?
Yeah.
The voice.
But they would definitely work with systems. Him.
Who installed the system? Did Jesus install the system?
Did Jesus do what?
Install the microphone system and shit?
Oh, Jesus can't install that.
I'm kidding.
But I understand what you're saying. But Jesus has a hand in everything.
You know what they say? Christians don't like science. That's why I was making a joke there. That's a joke for you people at home.
And we have others, but we're not going to spend time on their stories today about that. I'm going to talk about something that I think we're around the time, Brian. I think we can do this. We're going to do the Denver schedule. He did the Pats schedule. We're going back to it. I want to do this.
The Patriots schedule I knew was going to take 10 minutes because they're terrible. But this
might take a little bit longer.
This Denver Broncos schedule is going to get real spicy right now.
Because we're going to be we're definitely going to go back and forth a lot of these games.
I'm telling you right now.
You're talking 13 wins,
my argument for my team is going to supersede anything that you have to say about any team I want to play against.
I could have did the same thing, but I let him get one or two on me.
They're not that good. You can't.
He got one or two on me.
You can't argue me down the way I'd argue. You can't give it to me in reverse in that sense because you can't lie to me and tell me that the Patriots are better than the Broncos.
No, I can't do that. It's impossible because they're not. Right now, Bo Nix is in a good situation.
We're miles ahead of the Patriots. Miles ahead.
And
we were one of the top 5 defenses in the league.
We did work on
that.
We
were the number 1 team again for quarterback pressures. We had a guy that was a defensive tackle.
You guys have a good defense.
We had a guy who was a defensive tackle who was the number 1 player in pressures. Or like number 2. If he wasn't number 2, he was number 1.
So he's getting at the quarterback.
He was amazing, bro.
I feel what you're saying, and like I said, you guys have a couple of weaknesses on offense.
Yeah, the running back, but the running back is a thing that hasn't.
And the wide receivers, you're not very depth. You don't have a lot of
number
depth.
2. There's not a number 2 there.
You know,
not yet. No guys emerge.
No, yeah, you don't have a solid number 2 yet.
Marvin Mims, I hope, really emerges this year, and this might be his year to really catch on with the team.
Your offensive line,
because Mims
hopefully is better
nasty.
than last year.
They were saying, all right. They were saying there was I forget the guy's name, man. I hate that I forgot all these players' names all the time. There's so many guys in the league that it's hard to keep track of everyone. But the Broncos,
there's a lot of players on football.
The Broncos
folks.
had a right or left guard guy who was like ranked. Top tier, top end guy. He's going to be one of the best linemen in the league. He's going to keep the line solid. It's just about what the dude Garrett Bowles can do as a tackle, and then whatever other talent we brought in, and just guys got to stay healthy, man. Guys got to stay healthy. Staying healthy is huge, obviously. It's the key to everything.
All right, we're going to...
You got to do the phone this time, because I did the phone last time, and I'll do the paperwork.
All right, you do the pen and the paper. You got a pen?
I
take. All right.
Take your purple fucking...
All right, so you write it up.
Take your purple pecker pen.
And I'm going to do the phone. And we're going to bang out Denver's schedule, and we're going to see what their record will be like at the end of the year. I'm in agreement that I think they make the playoffs this year, no doubt. I just don't know if it's going to be a 13 win like Brian says. I'm more around the lines of 11.
I'm doing my list different than yours.
Maybe 12.
I'm doing my list different than his, everybody. We'll take a picture of it and post it on the websites later.
But, all right. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to go into...
Make sure you don't read the preseason ones, because it will say it. And make sure it's the right fucking list, please.
All right. We're going to go to week 1.
All right, let's do it.
And, again, is the bottom team home?
I'm not... I think so. If it's the same list, yeah, I think it is.
All right, so... We're going to say you're home in the first game on September 7th against the Titans, week 1.
That's an automatic win, thank you. We'll smoke.
I don't care where that game's being played. That game could be played in the toilet, and the Broncos are winning it.
That's a layup.
And that's nothing to say bad
That's
about
going to be
Titans.
a beautiful momentum builder on us, and to show that we're not a slouch football team. We're going to come out swinging right away. I love that game. We're going to kill that team.
Definitely. I mean,
I hope we run up the score. I hate to say
if
that.
it's at home.
I hate to say it, but I really hope we run the score up. I hope we score like 50 to really let the offensive momentum catch on big time.
I don't know how you can't score 50. This team is bad. Titans are bad.
All right, well, we'll go ahead.
All right, so we're going to go on to week 2. And it's more of the fucking same. Broncos at the Colts.
That's a win. I don't care. Anthony Richardson. The kid's
injured.
Kid's injured. He's hurt with the collarbone. I remember seeing that.
Plays bad in some games.
I don't think that young man's that good. And no disrespect to him, I just don't think he's in that level yet to beat. I mean, the Broncos are gonna be a top tier defense next year. And for that dude to come out and try to beat us as a quarterback, there's no fucking way. I'm giving the Broncos the win, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're a Colts fan and you don't like what I gotta say,
I can make an argument for the fact that if Richardson
Thank you for Peyton Manning, too. Thank you for Peyton Manning, because he won us a Super Bowl. He could have won us 2, and we should have won 2. But, Seattle killed us.
If Richardson's on his game, he could really make things tough.
He will never be that good to beat out
with his legs and that diversity. Defense. But I don't think he beats the Broncos either. But I'm just saying he could bring a game up, and he can make something happen. It's not a walk in my eyes.
Walk.
It's not a lock. It's not an easy walk-off for the Broncos, but I think they take this win.
Who are they throwing the ball to?
And then here we go again.
The old boy from the running back for the Colts, he tore us up one time.
And you're just developing your running back, but McLaughlin's going to get most of those carries against the Colts, and he hasn't been good as of last year.
Well,
but he might be better.
They were giving Javonte Williamson the ball, the ball, and they were loving that guy, and he didn't pan out because he wasn't good. After he got hurt, he wasn't good.
But I think that game's a lot closer than you might think. I think of it like a trap game.
Listen, we won't blow them out, and I just don't think they're going to play good because we could play bad. We could play bad on offense, and you never know. It could get shaky, but we're not going to lose that game.
All right, I'll give it to you. We'll go with the win. So you guys are 2-0 right now.
Of course.
Okay. You're about to be 3-0.
I know. We're about to be a lot of 0.
Broncos at the Chargers. Now I could
at home.
No. You're not at home. You're at the Chargers.
Oh, we're win. Oh, so you're giving us the win in LA?
I might, but I'm thinking again. I do believe this could be a split because there's not a bad Chargers team.
They're not good enough, bro. They're not good enough. Giving us the win. I don't care. I'm not even arguing with you because they're not good enough.
I don't think you're wrong here. I think you're right.
They're not good enough. We got their running back from them. We signed J.K. Dobbins. He might not be the front guy, but he's there now. We know the playbook.
Yeah, I mean...
And we have to... I'm telling you, we're going to have the best have the best defense in the fucking league next year. People are not going to come into Denver and come in and think they're going to do shit. And when we go, as long as the corners stay healthy, man, with Pat Surtain Jr. and the Riley Moss kid... who's phenomenal, and then we drafted a rookie in the first round. That kid's going to be a beast. We're going to have we're the new lockdown, no-fly zone. 2025 Denver Broncos no-fly zone. You are not throwing the ball on us.
I agree, but this kid throws the ball.
He's going to try. He's going to fucking try. Because he ain't throwing, he's going to be throwing it to us.
I just know.
Who is he throwing it to?
He's got the kid that was one of the top rookies last year, McConkey.
You don't think that Pat Surtain's going to lock him up?
No, I think they're going to do things to get him open. He's a slot receiver.
He's a slot
I think they're going to do a lot of things to get him open.
He's a slot receiver. Pat Surtain might not play on him the whole time, but that depends on how Sean Payton wants to play Pat Surtain all year.
Yeah, and you had trouble with this team last year, too.
I think we split.
You didn't win both games.
I think we split.
Yeah, you split.
Yeah,
and I think... this being at the Chargers, I think this is a split game.
LA has a fraudulent fan base as far as the Chargers are concerned. We'll out fan base them, and we'll show up heavy, and we'll beat them in their house.
If this was at Denver, I would give you the win even early in the season. I'm definitely trying to say the Chargers.
I don't think so.
All right, so you want to go 3-0?
I'm going 3-0.
All right, I'll concede this to you because
they have no one to throw the ball to. They're not going to do shit.
No, I'm going to concede this to you because you are right.
Shit.
In some measures.
I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to move the ball. They're not going to be able to do shit.
So you're 3-0.
3-0.
All right, I love it. Okay, week 4, you're playing the Bengals. You got 3-1.
This is the only game that
you're 3-1.
I refuse to give the Bengals this game because the Bengals are going to have the worst defense in the league.
They do. I agree with you. You're right.
And we're going to lock them up.
But their offense is number one in the league.
Okay, we're going to lock them up.
You're not going to lock that offense up. No, you're not. Not enough to win that game.
Want to watch?
And your boy Bo Nix is not going to play that well in this game
against
because
a terrible defense.
He's going to be playing from behind.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. This is a dynamic offense. You're not going to get a W here. Put down the L, and you're about to get another L.
Loss and a half, and I don't think so.
You can. You know what? Put a question mark next to it, and you can contest it.
I'm contesting because.
But you're playing the Eagles the next week at Philadelphia. That's a loss.
I already gave myself that loss a long time ago, and I'm giving myself that Bengals win.
Okay.
So fuck you. I'll give myself that loss for the Eagles for sure because I agree we'll lose that game.
I'm going to be hard on him. He was hard on me with the Pats.
No, the Bengals.
You were hard on me with the Pats.
The Bengals aren't as good as everyone wants them to be because their defense
sucks.
Their defense is garbage.
But they did draft for it.
Dude, bro, their defense is going to give up 40 points a game. They
can score 45.
That's cool, but not against the best defense in the fucking 45. League. Look up the matchups before with Pat Surtain and fucking Chase. Pat Surtain so far has kept Chase in check. He's not had monster games against him. If he can keep him in check, it's over.
You're not that prolific of a scoring team. We're not going to give you
Last
Cincinnati.
year we weren't. This year is going to be a different year.
And it's going to be different for the fucking Cincinnati, too.
Yeah, they have the worst defense. They had a bad defense last year, and they got worse.
All right. You just put a question mark next to it. It's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, they got worse on defense, so how the hell?
He's 3-2. He's not happy.
I'm saying 4-1.
But now he's going to be...
4-1. I'm saying 4-1. He can say what he wants.
You're 3-2, and it's official. And now we're going to week 6. And guess who they're at? The Jets. Definite fucking W.
That might be a trap game, but I feel like that's a stupid game we could lose. And honestly, maybe these guys sleepwalk into that game and lose it by accident, but...
Not with Sean Payton. He don't sleepwalk into anything.
I don't think
there are trap games, but not the Jets.
Unless that's like a weird Thursday night game or some shit like that.
You know? But we're going to do a little back and forth now. That one right there, we don't even have to talk about, really. We both agree?
Jets?
It's
over.
Okay. But on week 7, now, this is where we disagreed with the Pats, and we're going to see if we disagree here. The Giants.
That's over for them.
I give it to Denver. I do.
I want Russell Wilson in that game because I want Denver to kill.
And I hope it's Russell Wilson because that's a fucking revenge. I
want him to get his ass kicked. But also, it'd be interesting to see Jameis Winston play that game because Jameis Winston lit...
throw a million interceptions.
No, bro, Jameis Winston lit us up last time he played Denver.
With Cleveland?
Bro, Jerry Jeudy killed us.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy, I remember that.
On behalf of fucking Jameis Winston.
No, I do remember that.
Jameis Winston, bro, lit us up, but he could not stop throwing picks.
That's fucking crazy.
So I'm 6-1.
I'm on that.
Put that on the books.
That's a W.
Put that on the books, you motherfucker.
Okay. This one here, I don't think you're going to be far off with me. I think this can go either way. We're both going to have a question mark. And this is week 8 against, and when you're home on this one, you're at Mile High, and you're playing Dallas.
That's a win.
Come on. You got to fucking...
They can't run the ball.
They're all healthy.
They're one-dimensional.
The
They're a one-dimensional
right.
team. I'm telling you, we have the best secondary in the league.
But
they are not going to pass on us, dude.
But they got the best receiver in the league. Dak is
going to break his leg again by the time that game rolls around.
I'm just saying. And Ferguson, they're deep.
The only outlier.
And if Dak's healthy.
If Dak is in the game, it's shaky, sure. But if Dak's not in the game, it's over. It's over. And Dallas's defense, again. And
this is at Dallas.
Dallas's defense sucks.
No, it's not what it used to be.
It sucks, dude.
All right, maybe I give you a win here.
I'm giving the win.
All right, we're going to go with you.
Taking that win.
That's another game.
We're going to put Bo Nix inside. He don't have to play in Colorado.
This game's going to be close, too, but he's going to pick. It's at the Texans.
They're done. They don't have the wide receivers they had.
I could give this to the Texans because they do have a good team. They have a good quarterback.
No.
This to me seems like a trap game. It's at the Texans after a big win against Dallas. It's definitely a trap game. I can see the loss here.
I don't agree, but yeah, I'm gonna say
I can see the loss.
I personally think I'm gonna win this game. We as a team, not that I'm there with them because I'm not a part of the team, but as a fan, I love this team.
I can definitely see the loss here.
And I'm being realistic. And the Texans, they had a big drop last year, and they lost a lot of guys. Joe Mixon's older. Shroud got exposed a little bit. Tank Dell's not going to be healthy next year. all they have is Nico. They have one guy to throw the ball to, dude.
They have one hell of a defense, too.
Their defense isn't that great. Their
It is
defense
that
was
great.
okay.
Their
Their
offense
defense
got
blew
suffered last year.
it did.
that
But
hurt
the
their
defense blew games for them also.
But
They do have a
honestly,
really, really nice corner on their team. I forget the kid's name.
You can
but they
give
have
this
a
as
really
a
nice
loss.
and I respect
You can definitely lose to the Texans here. You can see it coming off that big win with Dallas.
Maybe, and I'm not giving it to. I'm not giving it because I still think if we're well coached, if Sean Payton's the man he says he is, we'll be well coached through that game and we can ride through that and win that. That's just gonna be like this. What he used to do with Breeze, man. 14-2 in all those crazy seasons. Telling you, dude.
All right, well, let you give him a W then.
I'm giving him the
This
W because there's other.
Let you give him a W.
I'm giving him and the people can hate on me all they want. And say
where
I'm
are we
being
at right now? Where are we at? What's the record?
I'm 8-1.
Oh my God! You think 7-2 would be much better?
Nope, I'm 8-1. What's the next game?
Oh my God!
Because there's other losses. There's other losses I'm willing to give the team.
No, because you're not going to lose the next game.
What's
either.
the next one?
You're fucking playing at home against the Raiders. That's a W.
That's a win.
And I can see that beforehand. That's why I don't think you're going to be 9-1. I think you're going to be 8-2. That's why I gave you that loss. To the
That's
Texans.
okay. I mean, we can agree to disagree.
I'm going to put that on note.
He can. Hey,
we got it on here.
That's his personal. We agreed about the Patriots' schedule. Is minus the Giants game, but this is the game. That's Texans game is the game we're not agreeing on. So see how that works. We're not arguing. Who cares?
And you know what's funny?
It is what it is. Boom.
We're going to agree on this game, and we shouldn't, but we're going to agree on it because it's at Mile High, and it's the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they win the first encounter with them.
We're going to win that.
And I'm fucking...
At home, we're going to finally beat... we have won these games. It's just been far...
You played them well both games
It's been far and in between, but we have taken that win against KC. We broke that horrible streak they had on us. I'm still saying 10-1, baby.
You're 9-1 right now, right?
10-1.
We got to bye week 12.
I think we lose.
That's a loss.
I agree with that. It's gonna be It's gonna be maybe one of the best played football games all season long. But I think that game is a fucking amazing game. But I think we just fall short in that game.
Yeah, I agree with that. The Commanders are stacked.
It's gonna be an amazing football team game. Excuse me.
They got one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. He's dynamic.
I actually can't wait for that game, and I hope it's on TV because I really want to watch it.
Okay, at the Raiders.
When?
Can't argue.
We're going to smoke the Raiders every time.
The Raiders
aren't
that good.
They're trash. Brady. Not that Brady has nothing to do with it. Fuck Brady. Fuck the Raiders.
I can't.
You can't. The Raiders are done. They're done. Geno Smith might not even be healthy by the time it's
Geno Smith, he turns into a pumpkin at any time.
He's a bum, man. He got paid.
The running back's going to be great.
Chanty might not even be good.
They might not be able to throw the ball, and their defense is fucking awful.
Bowers will be a big problem for us for sure.
Yeah,
because I don't think we're gonna have a hard time covering teams that have good tight ends.
Yeah, but even if Geno Smith isn't a pumpkin, he's throwing well to Bowers. He's throwing well to this other kid.
Who else? Holland.
Yeah,
there's no wide receiver to throw the ball to. Yeah. You have to throw the ball to a wide receiver. When we have the top 3 best corners in the league, dude, I don't care what anyone says. That rookie is going to be nasty. It's just a matter of time before it happens.
Yeah, but it's going to happen later on in the season.
No, it won't. He's going to be amazing right away. I'm telling you. This kid's going to be locked down right away.
And
who's next?
This is going to be another loss for you guys.
Is it KC at home?
High. You're not going undefeated at home. You're playing Green Bay. That's going to be a loss.
No, we can beat Green Bay. Green Bay's garbage.
Green Bay has a great young team that can beat you at home.
No one to throw the ball to. They
have plenty of people to throw the ball to. They drafted the kid Golden.
Who's a running back?
Plus, they have their fucking tight end. Watson's gone, but they still have great talent up front, and they run the ball a ton.
They got rid of their top corner. They just got rid of Jair Alexander this week. I don't know if you've seen that in the headlines.
Bro, they picked up Josh Jacobson from the Raiders, and they got a great running game. They will beat you on that game. No, I guarantee it. You're not fucking going fucking 12-2 or 13-2. It's not happening.
In Green Bay?
No, it's in fucking Mile High. You haven't taken a loss yet in Mile High. You're taking a loss.
They're not coming in winning.
You have to take a loss in Mile High.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Because it's not going to be the Jaguars next week.
Guess who's losing next week?
So take the loss here, and you're getting a W next week, you prick.
I'm not taking the loss. Who's next?
You're taking the loss there.
Nope.
Oh, my God.
You're going to give me one.
No, you're taking a loss at the end. No, you're not. Oh, my God. You might still beat
Packers,
them.
Jags. Win-win.
No, loss, win.
I told you 3 losses, bro. I told you 3 losses.
No, you're getting more.
KC away is the only loss we have.
And KC away is coming up in week 17.
That's the only loss we'll get because we may not even lose that game because KC might be in a spot to win a playoffs berth, and they might sit Pat
You're
Mahomes.
a fucking wicked homer for your team,
It's
you
the truth.
dirtbag.
It's the truth.
It's not even
listen,
good.
You might be right. The
Oh, my
Bo
God.
Nix could come out and suck a million cocks, but that's not the case because he's
That
old.
Packers team was a fucking good playoff team last year. This is a good team.
Yeah, but they're in an overinflated
And
division.
they're the youngest team in football.
Guy, listen, please. They're in an
youngest.
overinflated division. All the teams on defense in that
They're
division.
in the best division in football right now with Detroit
all
and Minnesota.
the teams in that division are garbage on defense. Lions,
Oh, no,
I'm
you're
so
right about
sad.
that. No.
Listen to me. I'm
You are right.
super sad that the Lions will not. The Vikings had a really good defense with Brian Flores and stuff.
The Detroit defense was hurt last year.
They were banged up.
They got hurt.
And guess what? That
They were
guy who
awful.
coached their defense is gone. The guy who coached their offensive coordinator guy, he's gone. So the Lions may not even look the same next year. They might not even be good next year. I hate to say that because I wanted the Lions to really
No,
do
they're
it.
going to the playoffs again, no doubt.
I hope so.
Because their offense is overpowered.
Bro, all I'm saying is
They're one of the best offenses
they
in the
lost
league.
all their coaching though. If you bring in all these new coaches that are
Yeah.
bringing in new schemes,
There's
then
going to be a
they might not be the same
No, I
football
get
team,
that.
bro.
there's going to be a
They did
learning curve.
Listen to me. They did what the Lions do in cold fashion. Granted, they didn't not pay their best guy, but they didn't bring all their coaches back because all their coaches were like, "See you later."
Yeah, I mean, when you look at this here, bro,
I mean, all right. Let's finish the schedule before we start into
All right,
the Lions
so-
tangent.
still giving you a loss at the Packers. You're going to
I'm
win
not.
at the Jaguars.
I have 2 L's. He can give me 4 or whatever he wants.
I'm going to give you 4. And then you're going to, then at the Chiefs, you're going to lose.
At the Chiefs, that's a loss. That's my 3rd loss. Other than that, we'll win in the rest of the
That
year.
should be 4th loss in my book.
In
And
Denver against the Chargers,
in
right?
Denver against the Chargers,
It's
that's
over.
a W.
It's over.
That's a W.
Thank you.
So you're 12-4. I told you 11-12. You said 13. You got your 13.
14-3, like I said.
No, I feel like it's 12. I actually feel like it's 11 because there was another one.
So
in there.
basically, the Broncos are a
They're
playoff team,
playoff
and we'll win
contender.
a multiple
Yeah.
games,
You're a playoff contending
multiple digit games.
Yeah.
Put that on file, you
team.
motherfucker.
In fact, let's put it on there that Denver is definitely going to do better than the Pats this year,
Whoa!
record-wise.
I mean, I heard people
Record-wise.
wanted to take that bet with me this year, and I was like, I don't want your money.
In fact, Denver may
No, this was our-
may
my
be,
pick.
because if they come out of the division, Kansas City gets beat up, they face Buffalo or maybe Baltimore. I think Denver can contend. Denver has a shot to run.
Dude, if our defense pans out the way I really expect it to, we're gonna be a real nightmare for teams, man.
Especially, let's say you face like Baltimore in the first fucking round. You knock that out.
We have
Or
the-
Kansas City or something knocks out Buffalo.
Bro.
Then it's you and Kansas City. You guys are good.
It's all about the offense and what the offense can do because the defense has already shown up. And our
Or if it's you and Buffalo,
our defense,
you own
our
Buffalo.
defense is the Buffalo knocked us out last year. So if anything, that would be revenge for
Revenge
us
game,
to
yeah.
get down with Buffalo again. And it is what it is. If we get down with Buffalo and we have to fucking do that, please, because the weather environment's going to be the same. There's no drop in the weather, so there's no problem.
I
I'm just saying there's no unfair advantage there. So all right, say this. Say if Miami comes out and Miami's sick, but they have to play a playoff game in Denver. I mean, all their fans
tough,
are going to
it's tough.
cry. Oh my God, they have to go to Denver. Imagine playing in
no.
Florida. But
if you get home field for anything, it's a win. Because it's tough to play in fucking Denver.
Oh wait,
It's
yeah.
an automatic
in Denver,
fucking
yeah,
W.
It's rough.
It's hard. Even if you're playing a team that's better than you, to play in that environment is harsh. There's no fucking doubt about it.
So what did we say?
Kansas City.
I have 14-3, and I don't care what anyone says.
I got 13 and fucking and 4.
Hey,
That's what I have.
we-
I had 12 and 4.
all I know is
12 and 5.
all I know is the
13 and
Broncos
4.
are going to be a tremendous football
No,
team.
he's got 13 and fucking whatever. They're going to be a good team this year. They're going to be better than the Pats. The Pats may sneak into the playoffs if they add another wild card.
They have to make if they can make a tremendous trade somehow this year.
If they have
Sure.
a good end run, they could get in. But it's going to be tough for them because I predict them to get like 7-8 wins, and that's not enough to get in the playoffs. If they can somehow reach 10, that might get them in with the wild card shit. But Denver's going to be in there, and we know the rest. I can probably name every team that's going to be in there. I mean, between Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore,
Raven.
Denver.
I hope Cincinnati gets in there. I just don't know if
Cincinnati's
I don't know if their
year.
defense is going to allow it because their defense is so bad.
Some of the defenses are bad. There's a lot of teams that just rely on offense. And it's hard because they put all their money on offense. They can't build a defense.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, when you look at it, and Cincinnati's in that problem. Kansas City is in that problem.
No, for sure. It's not looking good out there.
But
they got the great quarterback. They got a great wide receiver combo. And they especially with the Higgins and fucking... Oh, I got to piss so bad, dude. Hey, this is the Dirty Three. We did it again. Holla at your boy.
Call your boy.
Follow us on all social medias. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't be a hoe.